Hey guys, this is Spiritual at Heart Tarot and welcome back to another Pick a Card reading. Today we're doing a love reading and we're answering the question, what is the future of this connection? So if you're wondering where your connection is headed, this is the video for you. As you can see, it's October, Halloween is coming, so I did want to add a little bit of Halloween vibes to this reading. I hope you don't mind. I hope it's not too scary. I think it's gonna be all right. Now, we have 4 different piles to pick from, so I'll introduce you to the 4 piles so you can pick the one you feel most drawn to. So for pile number 1, we have the Amethyst crystal. There you go. Then for pile number 2, we have the Angel Aura Quartz. Somehow the camera always has trouble picking it up. There you go. Then for pile number 3, we have the Rose Quartz. And for pile number 4, we have the Lepidolite. Let me show you. There you go. So I hope by now you have made your pick. You can go to the description box and click on the pile you feel most drawn to. So let's find out where your connection is headed. Hello, my lovely pile number 1. If you chose the Amethyst, this is going to be your reading. Now, I wanted to start out with an energy check to take a look at your current energy and the energy of the connection and the energy of the person that you're in this connection with. So if this sounds like you, if you recognize yourself or you recognize them, that means that you're in the right reading. If you do not recognize yourself, that's one of the biggest things. You're probably in the wrong reading. You might want to check out a different pile, or there is just not a message for you today. But hopefully you will recognize yourself. That's the most important part, okay? So let's take a look at the cards. I want to look at the energy of the connection at this time first. So that energy is commitment with the number 4. And for the people in this connection, we have the Knight of Cups. And we also have the Ace of Wands. So for the people in this connection, the Ace of Wands, this person might be a fire sign, so Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Now, the Knight of Cups person, this is probably going to be a water sign, so Cancer, Scorpio, or please help me out, guys. Aquarius? I think so. So those are the most probable signs that are present in this reading, but you don't have to have one of these signs. It might just mean that you have the energy that this card holds, right? So with the Ace of Wands, this is probably someone that's very passionate. I think that this person feels very passionate towards the other person B. There's like a lot of sexual tension, sexual energy towards this Knight of Cups person. I think that this dragonfly person, so to say, really, really likes this rooster, or I'm not sure what type of bird this is, right? But they can really feel that physical connection. I think that they could be someone that loves physical touch. They love to hold hands. They like to smack the other person's butt. They really want to be in the vicinity of the other person. I think that they're also very fun to be around. This Ace of Wands, they might be quite spontaneous as well. But let's talk a little bit about this Knight of Cups person. So, the Knight of Cups person, as we said, might be a water sign. They don't have to be, though. It could also just be that they are quite emotionally mature. I think that they're very good at apologizing when necessary. They'll own up to their mistakes. I also think that they love to take care of other people, to take care of the other person in the relationship. They're going to be very nurturing, and I think that this might be the primary money maker. I'm not sure what it's called, but the one that is like the father of the family, so to say. This doesn't mean that this person has to be a male or a masculine, but I do think that they have more of an energy of a caretaker, someone that takes care of the family, right? So that's the kind of energy that I'm seeing here with the Knight of Cups. But what I think is really beautiful here is that your energy is already the energy of commitment. And with the number 4, the 4 is all about home life, about stability, about like creating a stable foundation. So this clearly indicates that you have quite a stable foundation to begin with. It's like you're starting with a solid foundation. Like there is true love here, there is true passion here, and it's like a match made in heaven. We have 2 swans here. That indicates that you might actually be soulmates. And I think for a lot of you, you know that this person is your soulmate, or you know that this person has a huge significance in your life. With the, what are they called? The lotuses in the water. The lotuses indicate that there might have been some hardship, but because they are already above water and they're blooming, it's like you both have probably overcome a lot of hardship, especially this Ace of Wands person, because they are shown as the dragonfly. Dragonflies are also known for coming out of the mud and like having this transformation. So I think that after like a lot of hardships, things are finally looking up for the both of you. And this connection looks like something very stable that's present in your life, or that will be present in your life soon, because this is just the energy at this time, or at least the energy that's going to be here quite soon. Okay, so that's it for the energy check. Let's take a look at the future of this connection, and we're going to start out with some oracle cards. So, Spirit, what can you tell us about the future of this connection, please? Can we get some more information about the future of this connection? Let's take a look. Let's see if any cards want to fall out. I am getting very positive vibes, very happy vibes from your pile. It's like a very uplifting energy, very positive. I already had one card that wanted to come out. All the other ones that fell out was just a lot of clutter, so I'm not going to take them. We're just going to ask again. By the way, I still have a cold, so if I sound a little weird, that's why, and I'm sorry. But I couldn't wait any longer. I just really wanted to do another pick a card reading. I did one a few days ago that wasn't very uplifting. It was something about grief. It was very hard for me. It has been a hard time for me as well. So I really wanted to do an uplifting kind of reading. So I'm very glad that your pile, the pile I'm starting out with, is like this positive, okay? But I'm blabbing again. Let's check out your oracle cards, okay? So the first card we have is Ishtar with Communion. And we also have Shakti with Transformation. And I think it's very cool that I just talked about that you have probably already been through quite the transformation. So those are the first 2 oracle cards. I want to get 2 more, but from a different deck. So let's see what else we get. And then we'll talk about the oracle cards. There we go. I actually only wanted 2, but I think you guys got 3, so we'll just take them. Let's take a look. So the first one we have is Courage. Beautiful card. We have, again, a picture of the sea with the waves clashing on the shore. That might be significant. We also have Solitude. And the last one we have is Leadership. Where am I gonna put it though? Now that's a thing, right? I still want this one to be up top. Let's see if you guys can still see that. Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna put it right here. I think that looks all right. There we go. So let's talk about these cards. And we'll start with the first 2 oracle cards, the Ishtar with the communion and the Shakti with the transformation. What I think is very interesting is that we have 2 4s again. Although we have 46 and 24, they both have a 4. So again, there is more about that stability, about balance. Again, a positive kind of energy. So what I am getting though is that at this time you have this very lively energy. It might be that this is quite recent, like you're just starting out with this connection. It might not have matured a lot yet, although you recognize that this person is going to be important, that this is something that has a lot of potential. I think that, I'm sorry, I bumped into the camera. I think that this connection is going to mature quite a lot. I am getting the energy of a maturing process that's going to happen in this connection. We also have that transformation. So I do feel that the connection's energy is going to mature, that this transformation has to do with maturation, like the bond deepening, getting more intense, but in a different kind of way. I'm not sure how to explain that. Also with the communion, I'm getting like a level up, like the connection is deepening. Maybe you're going to the next level. Communion to me, I'm not sure what the exact meaning is, but to me, I'm getting the idea of like marriage, of commitment, of becoming a unit. So that's what I'm seeing here as well. Like you will become like a stable family unit or a stable pair, right? That is not going anywhere. I think with leadership as well, you're probably going to show other people like how relationships should be and how people should act in a connection, how other people could have a better relationship. Like you're gonna show the world how it's supposed to be done. And I think that's pretty cool, right? This might be one of your first relationships ever, but I think for a lot of you that you have been through quite a lot of shitty relationships before, and you almost cannot believe that this connection is like that amazing, and it might even feel like it's too good to be true, but truly, this connection is going to be that good. Now, we do have solitude and we have courage. So with solitude, I think that one of you might have to travel a lot for work, or in general, there might be times that you have to live apart for a little bit. Like I said, travel for work, or someone is going on the trip, but you're not going together. So it's like there might be times that you are separated, although you're not separated at heart. So it's like you're still in a connection. The connection is going fantastic, but someone just has to go away for a week or a few days. And It's like, even though in the past, maybe not for everybody, but in the past, you might have gotten really scared if someone went away for a few days or a week or anything like that. Now, the both of you are actually being able to handle it quite well. With this solitude card, it's like, you know you're not alone. You know that this person loves you. You know that this connection isn't going anywhere. Even if your person has to go away for 2 weeks or even longer, it doesn't matter, because you know this is your soulmate. You know this is your person, and you know this connection is rock solid. That's what I'm seeing. And with courage here as well, it's like, okay, there are ups and downs. Sometimes, like, these waves might hit your connection quite hard. And I mean, it's only logical that every connection has its ups and downs, right? So it's not always going to be perfect. Even if your connection is stable, maybe something on the outside happens, right? And you both get distracted. One of the examples that I have is like, for example, if you have a miscarriage, even though your relationship is rock solid, if something like that happens, something that big happens, both of you can feel shattered. Both of you need to heal from what has happened. And it has nothing to do with the two of you. But it does take a lot of courage to continue to move forward and to heal. And at the same time, stay connected. Because it's very easy to lose that connection when things get rough. But I think that you guys are doing a great job, and you will continue to do a great job, even if something might hit your connection. And I'm not saying that, like, throughout your connection, a lot of bad shit is gonna happen. I'm not saying that. But if anything will come up, and for some of you it will, you will be able to handle it together, and you will stay connected while moving through it, okay? And with the courage, it might also, yeah, I think because it's about your future, the future of this connection, I do think that I just said what I said. I thought maybe it was about you needing to have the courage to get started with this connection, but I don't think that's what it's about, because we're still talking about the future and not about your current situation. But yeah, I do think the both of you are truly choosing each other, and there is like a very, very intense and strong bond between the two of you. And I really love that for you. So that's it for the oracle cards. Let's continue with the tarot. And I just noticed that my camera twisted a little bit. So I'm gonna slowly twist it back. There we go. So now let's take a look at your tarot cards. So Spirit, what can you tell us about the future of this connection? Maybe you can pinpoint some specifics, or just talk in general. What is the future of this connection? What's happening in the future of this connection? So we have the Page of Coins, Page of Pentacles. I hope you guys can see that. Yeah. Maybe I'll put them even lower later. Like I always say, the first pile is like my little test pile to see how I'm gonna lay out the cards. I don't always have the same amount of space depending on the cards I'm using, and I love to switch it up a little bit, so sometimes I'm a little bit of a mess. So Spirit, what is the future of this connection? Okay, so we have the Three of Swords. Let's see. Can I get a clarifier for the Three of Swords? The Two of Wands. Okay. Let me do it like this. Then, can we get more? Ace of Wands. Okay, I like that. So the cards are coming out quite quickly and unexpectedly. Three of Wands. Can we get one more, please? Okay, there we go. The last card. So the last card we have is the Five of Swords. Okay. Can you guys still see all the cards? Nope. Like I said, I still have to try some things out every now and then. Hope you guys don't mind. Let's hide the leadership part. That's gonna be okay. There we go. So let's start out with the Page of Coins. So the Page of Coins talks about that beginning, that opportunity for a stable start. Pentacles also, again, are a sign of stability, of something that's solid, something that's not going anywhere. And we can really see a fondness when it comes to this girl taking care of her deer or her, I'm not sure what, reindeer? I'm not sure what kind of animals these are, but she really enjoys taking care of them. So I do feel like that's the same energy that we did see with the Knight of Cups. Like, that person really wanting to take care of the family, really wanting to take care of the other person, being really fond of them, taking care of them. And I think that that's gonna stay. Okay? I think that's never gonna go away. I think there's always going to be this fondness between the two of you, this true, authentic care towards each other. But we do have the Three of Swords, and the Three of Swords is about heartbreak. So I was a little bit confused about why this is here. But then I remembered, I already talked about, like, sometimes there's going to be some hardship. It might not have to do with the connection itself, but it does show that there is going to be probably some hardship in this connection. And I really wanted to know, like, why is this card here? Can we get more information? So that's why I asked for a clarifier, especially for this Three of Swords card. And we got the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands talks about indecision, about not knowing if I'd want to do this or that, right? Like, there is a choice that you're not sure what to make. And especially in this Two of Wands, like, you can see this person having two heads. So maybe it's about someone having two faces, maybe someone saying one thing, doing the other, or I'm not sure, it might be different for everybody. Maybe it's about making plans and plans not going the way that you wanted to. Maybe not being able to go through with a specific plan. It might not have to do with someone not willing, but just someone not being able to do it, right? So yeah, there might be some hardships in your future. I'm just gonna be honest. And they might have to do with, like, someone that's two-faced, or, like I said, like, something is going differently than you hoped or expected or that you've planned. But very important, but with the Ace of Wands, it's like there is going to be a passion reignited, or like a fresh start when it comes to this thing. Like, there is going to be a second chance. And I think that this second chance is like leveling up this connection. It's going to help improve this connection. And you'll have a new opportunity for this connection to rekindle. Like, whenever you lose touch or whenever you get into a fight or someone gets hurt, I think that you will talk things out with this Ace of Wands. Like, maybe there is going to be great makeup sex with this Ace of Wands. I mean, that's just what I'm hearing. I'm trying to stay impartial, but I definitely think that things are going quite well, and they will be going quite well. And yeah, like, you guys are moving up in this connection. I think that you guys can handle anything together. It might not always be very easy, but I do think things are going to be all right. With the Five of Swords talks about an argumentative energy, like fighting once again. But what I think is really cool is that we have this Three of Wands and we have this ladder climbing up. And it's almost like she's climbing above, like climbing over this fight, right? So it's like maybe you're both quite hot-headed. You're both quite passionate with this Ace of Wands. But I think that you guys can make it work. I think you guys can, like, get over that. You can find some kind of middle ground. Maybe talk your way through it. Or, I don't know, in some way, it might be different for everybody. You'll find a way to move over a fight that you've had or a disagreement that you'll have. We can definitely see, like, she doesn't want to have a fight, so she decides to take a higher ground, right? So I think that's what's going to happen. Like, every time you'll have a fight, someone takes the higher ground and you won't have to fight about it. Like, there will be a solution to it regardless, okay? But yeah, I do think that you have, like, quite a stable future coming. And although there are hardships, like in every connection, I do think that the both of you are going to, like, really prevail. You'll still have this beautiful soulmate connection to fall back on every time anything happens, and that's why your connection is going to be quite successful. Now, I have a oracle deck, and it's a spell deck. It's Dutch, but I thought it might be fun to add it in to just get some random messages. These are just spells to get something. So I just like to get 2 spells, and maybe that'll give us some kind of information. I'm not sure about what, but I just wanted to add a fun little bonus thingy to this reading. And I've always wanted to use this deck, but I wasn't sure how I was going to do that. So this is how I'm going to try. So yeah, we have 2 cards. Let's take a look. So, oh, we've got 3. So we'll take all 3. So the first one, by the way, I'm sorry, this is a Dutch one, but I'll just translate for you guys. So this card is a spell card about spirituality. I just saw 25 on the monitor. Those add up to 7. 7 is all about luck, so you might be quite lucky soon. So this card, yeah, oh my God. So this card says, get more luck and heal peace with the help of angels. So I think that you will get more luck, literally. And I think that although you might have had a falling out, maybe that's what this is about, you can heal that with the help of the angels. So if you want, you can ask, especially Archangel Haniel, to help you out with getting back that peace. So maybe that's what this was about as well. Like, every time you'll have a falling out, you'll get that peace, maybe with the help from an angel or angels. So we also have a card about money and career. And I'm sorry that my camera decided not to focus. There we go. So money and career. And this one is money for emergencies. So let me read about it. It talks about sunstone. So maybe sunstone might be significant for you. So I think the message here might be that you might want to save up for emergencies. Or, yeah, I think that's one of the biggest things. Like, you might want to save up for any emergencies that might come. Especially because we did have something about, like, some hardships coming or hardships that are already here. I don't know. Maybe you'll get over this hardship. And this is a way that can help. I'm not sure. If you don't resonate with these, just let them go. I thought they were just a fun addition. But yeah, money for emergencies. And it also talks about sunstone and green candles. So you might want to light green candles. Now, let's take a look at the last one. The last one is about love. So I really like that it's about love in a love reading. Oof. Okay, so this one talks about forgiving a partner that was unfaithful. Maybe that's what this is about. So for some of you, your person or you has been unfaithful, and that's why you are not sure if you want to move forward and rekindle things, right? You kind of don't want to ignore what has happened and the pain that they have given you, but at the same time, you'd still hold a lot of love for them. That might not be for everybody once again, but this is quite specific. So here is a spell to forgive your unfaithful partner. And let's see. So this is also a spell with a candle. I'm not sure if I want to read it whole. But it also talks about a white rose, so maybe white roses might help. But yeah, I think this might just be a confirmation for someone that you're in the right reading and that it's okay to forgive this person and that things will be all right, even though something terrible has happened in your connection, right? There might have been a lot of ups and downs. So yeah, that was that part of the reading. I'm not sure if that worked the way I expected to, but I'll just let it come through however it wants to come through. Now, to end off this reading, I have the Lover's Oracle right here. So let's see which card wants to come out. Okay, we have 2. And I messed up my spread. Oops. There we go. So let's take a look at these cards. So let's take a look at what it says. So it says, if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind. For the heart is the gateway to the soul. So I think Spirit is asking you to follow your heart, not your mind. Or at least listen to it. We also have this card. And it says reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. So there we go. That brings me to the end of this reading. I hope this gave you the information that you needed. I hope you had some fun as well. I did. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Bye, guys. Hello, my lovely pile number 2. If you picked this beautiful Angel Aura Quartz, this is going to be your reading. Now, I'm gonna start out with an energy check. So this is going to be your current energy and your person's current energy and the energy of the connection at this time. So you should recognize yourself in here, either on one side or on both sides. That usually means that you're in the right pile. If you don't recognize yourself, you're probably in the wrong pile. I'm sorry. And you might want to check out one of the other piles. Okay. So let's take a look at the energy of the connection. The energy of the connection is soulmates with the number 33. Beautiful. And the energy of person A, or the first person, is the 5 of Cups. I hope you guys can see. It's a little bit of a darker card. 5 of Cups, and we have some locusts on this card. And for person B, we have the 5 of Pentacles. So another 5. So the number 5 might be significant. The number 5 talks about big changes, about change. So it might be that there is a lot of change on the horizon, or that you'll both have to go through a lot of changes. We also have the number 33 with soulmates, so that might be significant as well. So you might be seeing repeated 3s or repeated 5s as a confirmation. But let's talk about the energy of your connection. We have soulmates. What a beautiful card to get in a reading like this. So this indicates that you definitely are soulmates. And because you both have fives, it might actually be that you're twin flames. And that's something special as well. If you know what it means, that's totally fine. If you don't, it has to do with mirroring. So it indicates that you kind of are two of the same souls incarnated in two different bodies, and that your experiences mirror each other. And that usually causes a push and a pull. And you might be in that push-pull kind of energy. And what I think is quite interesting is we have these two butterflies, and butterflies in general also have this mating dance where one follows the other and like they mimic each other, and you have that same kind of energy of mirroring and of following and of this intricate dance. And I think that that's what this connection might be all about. Like there is this push and this pull. And yeah, I think this connection is very complicated. I think that if you have a connection that's easy breezy, straightforward, this is not your reading. This is talking about a connection that's very deep, very, very, very deep, but very confusing, very complicated. Okay. Let's talk about the two people, by the way. So with the Five of Cups, this person might be a water sign, but they don't have to be. The Five of Cups talks about feeling let down, feeling like things are not working out the way you want it to. So I think that this person at this time is not very content with where the connection is at. Maybe they had a lot of hopes, but it never really happened for the both of you. Maybe you still have a lot of hope for this connection, but at this time, it feels like it's not really working, or there is a pause, or there is something going on that's like holding this connection back. And the Five of Pentacles is actually quite a similar energy. The Five of Pentacles is the energy of feeling left out in the cold. So it's like you are feeling left out. It's like you're not getting what you deserve. You're being passed by. Maybe the feeling that someone got chosen over you. Maybe someone left you for someone else, or you just didn't get what you deserved either. So it's like both of you are feeling like stuff isn't working. I think this Five of Pentacles person actually feels like they might be drowning as well. Like things are going down, like Titanic kind of vibes. Like they're trying to make the best of it, but they feel like the ship is sinking and they're slowly losing their minds, right? That's the kind of energy that I'm getting with this Five of Pentacles. And for the Five of Cups person, it's more that things might actually be going quite okay, but they're more focusing on the negative instead of on the things that are actually going well. So it's like both of you are in a pickle, but I do think this Five of Pentacles person has a little bit of a harder time. This person might also be an earth sign, by the way, but they don't have to be. So those are the energies that we're dealing with. I do think that this is quite a rough energy to be in, but maybe that's why it's so important to see what is ahead for you guys. Like, you might not be in a serious connection right now, but there might be a chance for that in the future. So let's take a look at what's in your future and what's the future of this connection, okay? So let's take a look at some oracle cards to find out. So Spirit, what is the future of this connection? Okay, we have two cards. By the way, I still have a cold, so if you hear my voice getting strange, that's why. I hope you don't mind. So the first card we have is Isis with Rebirth. Oh, we've got three cards. Ooh, I did not realize. We also have Mnemosyne with the Past. Beautiful card. And we also have Rhea with Flow. So I know I know the message here. It's actually quite clear. But we'll talk about it. And by the way, we have the number 44 now. So we have a lot of double same digits double, right? Let's get the other oracle cards, and once we have all the oracle cards, I'll talk about what I'm seeing, okay? So, Spirit, what is the future of this connection? What is the future of this connection? Yeah, okay, I like that for you guys. Let's take a look. So, the first card we have is happiness. So, happiness is in your future, okay? Don't worry. You'll have a very happy future together. We also have blessings. Oh my God, guys. Blessings. And the last one is illumination. Yeah, I think that one was necessary. Or that one's going to be necessary. Okay. So let's talk about your cards. I'm going to move them a little bit. There we go. That's better. So let's talk about your cards. I want to start out with the first cards that we laid out. And the first card we saw was the rebirth card. So I think that when you met your person, there was an instant connection, and this rebirth phase was activated. I think that the both of you are going through a major rebirth or even a series of rebirths at this time. And these are very necessary for the both of you. And that's why this connection is so confusing or so volatile. Like, I feel like it's very up and down. It's very all over the place. It's very confusing. With the past being here, I think that the both of you will need to work through a lot of things that happened in your past. Maybe take a different, what's it called? Like, to have a different perspective of what happened in your past. Work through all the trauma that you've been through. Work through what has happened between the two of you in the past as well. It's not only like your past, but also the past that you have together that you'll have to work through. And with this illumination card, it does definitely show that you are highlighting different aspects of each other. It feels like you're highlighting each other's shadows. You're like putting pressure on the sore spot. And every time that happens, someone shoots in a defensive mode and things go south. Like, your connection seems very happy. Everything's going well. You're feeling very loved. And then this thing happens where this person triggers a wound. And like, all hell breaks loose and you separate again. And I think that that's what's happening all the time. Like, it's an ebb and flow of things going really well, and then something gets illuminated, something gets triggered, and you'll separate for a while, right? But I think that that's very necessary for the both of you to grow. And it's very important to look at it from a perspective of growth instead of seeing it as this person just wants to hurt me, they don't care about me, because that's not the truth. The truth is that you are soulmates. The truth is that there is a lot of love between the two of you. But this process is just a very difficult process that you're going through, okay? And you'll need to learn to go with the flow. You'll need to learn to go with the waves that are coming your way. And once you're able to go with the flow, these happiness and blessings are coming, right? You'll be able to see the happiness and the blessings in your life. So I definitely feel like this relationship at this time is quite chaotic, but the both of you will learn to ride those waves, as you can see, as a couple, very happily, and things will turn out just fine. But I do think that a lot of healing has to happen first for the both of you to smooth out those waves and to be able to surf the waves and be a lot happier and really invite in those blessings. Because at this time, I do think that you're just getting triggered quite a lot. And the phase of your connection might differ. It's not the same for everybody. So maybe you're actually at a good place right now. Maybe you've already had a lot of triggering and you've worked a lot of things out and it's already starting to smoothen out. Or you're in the phase that the waves are quite hefty and you're like, what is happening? I don't know what to do. I don't know what's happening. I know I love this person, but I cannot handle this, right? So depending on the phase, you'll be at different places, but know that in the end, things will smoothen out and you'll be very happy. And this connection is definitely a big blessing in your life. Things are going to turn out just fine, okay? Don't worry. It's a lot scarier now, but you'll adjust, okay? I hope I'm making sense. But let's take a look at the tarot cards to get some more information about the future of your connection, okay? So, Spirit, what can you tell us about the future of this connection? So, the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is a card of soulmates and a lot of love as well. As you can see, they're holding hands, all cozied up together, right? So yeah, there is a lot of love between the two of you, and Spirit wants to emphasize that. Oh my God, guys. We also have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is the card of marriage, of commitment, of being together, sticking by each other's side forever. A lot of beautiful energy. Oh my gosh, guys, I cannot believe this. You also have the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. It's wish fulfillment. It's like emotionally getting what you've always wanted. So trust that although it's not easy right now, things will definitely work out. We have the Nine of Cups. You'll have your dreams come true. And we have blessings, we have happiness, we have marriage, we have this beautiful connection. So yeah, things might be rough right now, but clearly, things will work out for you guys. You are meant to be together, truly. And I'm not just saying that because I want to. It's because the cards are literally telling me that. Let's take a look at your next cards. We also have the Chariot. So this talks about things moving forward. Maybe about travel. Maybe about moving to a different place. So this might indicate that you're moving together. You're moving in together. It might talk about you leveling up the connection. Maybe going on a lot of trips together, traveling the world together. But again, very positive energy. Things are moving forward. Things are going well. Okay? And the last one we have is the Page of Coins. And this card to me indicates that there is a lot of fondness, a lot of innocence and fondness between the two of you. Like, she definitely really cares about her dear. She wants to take care of them. She wants to be with them all the time. And that's what I'm seeing here for you as well. And the coins are, it's pentacle energy, right? And pentacle energy is really stable. So things will get more stable in the future. Things will get stable. There will be a great foundation that you will be building off. Once you get through this whole rebirth craziness kind of energy, okay? Trust me. But yeah, things are working out. You'll move forward together and things are going to turn out wonderfully, okay? So that's what I'm seeing here with the tarot cards. I think that they are quite straight to the point. Lovely energy. Things will be all right. Not only all right, they will be beautiful, they'll be great, okay? So that's what I'm seeing here. Let's get into some more oracle cards. These are spell cards. Because it's Halloween, I wanted to do a little bit of a Halloween-y vibe. Not too much. But let's see what spells come up for you guys. So, Spirit, do you have any spells for pile 2, please? Okay, we have 1. Let's get 1 more. They are in Dutch, by the way, so I'll just translate them for you. By the way, these might also be pets that you might have pets in the future. Maybe even 2. But let's take a look at your spell cards. So this one says pets and nature. So let's read what it says. You guys cannot read it, but that's okay. So it talks about clearing your house from insects. And I can see that it's about spiders. And it says never hurt a spider or never kill a spider or insect on purpose, because that brings bad luck. But you can use a spell or anything, and you can ask them to leave your place, okay? So I don't know why this comes up. Maybe there is something that you don't like about insects, or it might be like specific advice to stop killing insects because it brings you bad luck. If you're dealing with bad luck, maybe killing insects is why you're having that bad luck. And I'm going to keep that in mind because I recently killed a lot of mosquitoes because I really, really dislike them stinging me, okay? But I think you guys know and understand why I don't like them. But we can just ask them friendly to leave our houses. So we also have this card, and it says protection. And this one talks about protecting and blessing your home. So there is a lot of talk about your home. So it might be that you want to take some extra care of your home, maybe make it more cozy, maybe clear it out from insects, clear it out from just bad energy in general. You might want to bless your home. Let's see what else it says. There are a lot of ways to bless your home, but hematite and crystal, what is it called? I think it's quartz crystal are the best ones. So hematite and clear quartz might be the best ones to clear out negativity from your home. Okay? So yeah, you might want to protect your home. You might want to clear it from insects. I don't know why these are coming through, but we'll just take them, okay? Now, let's end this reading off with the Lover's Oracle. Okay, I'll just shuffle again because I don't think these are all meant for you guys. So, Spirit, Jesus, we don't want to have that many messages. Just give us 1 or 2. So, Spirit, what messages do you have for pile 2, please? Any messages for pile 2? By the way, these are terrible to shuffle because they have this heart shape. Oh God, oh God. Okay, so I'm gonna take that one because it flipped. And I'm gonna take the first one because it was the first one. Was this one. Let's just take those 2. And let's see what they say. So the first card we have is this one. And it says, only time will tell. So I think that you'll just have to trust, go with the flow, and focus on you, do your own inner work. And we also have, deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. Follow your intuition, follow your heart. You will know what to do. Do what feels right. Okay. So those are your messages for today. I hope it resonated. I hope it was just a fun reading to watch. I hope to see you in one of my next readings, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye, guys. Hello, my lovely pile number 3. If you picked the rose quartz, this is going to be your reading. I really wanted to start out with an energy check so we can see if you're actually in the right pile. You should be able to recognize yourself as person A or person B, maybe even in both. And that just means that you're in the right reading. If you don't recognize yourself, you might be in the wrong pile. You might want to check out a different pile, or there might just not be a message for you in this reading. But let's hope you'll recognize yourself right here, and we're good to go, right? So we're gonna start out with the energy of the connection at this time. And the energy of this connection is manifestation. So the number 22, there we go. And the people in this connection are shown as the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is associated with Taurus. So you might be a Taurus. We also have an Aries on the card. So you might be an Aries as well. And we also have this hair with the Moon card. And the Moon is associated with Pisces. So it might be that this person is a Pisces, but of course that doesn't have to be the case. It might just be another level of confirmation. But let's talk about these cards, okay? So because we have manifestation as the main energy at this time, I feel like this is not an existing stable connection yet. Like you might not fully be in a relationship yet, but I do feel like you're trying to make it work. You're trying to get this person's attention. You're trying to manifest this connection, so to say. And I think that you probably both are manifesting this connection because this is the joint energy. It's not just one-sided, right? So it's like you're trying to make something grow. You're trying to manifest this into your reality. But let's talk about the two people then. So you know that that you might be person A or person B. So with the Hierophant here, this might be someone that works for a big company, that works for a firm, however you want to call it. But this person can be quite stubborn and they like to do things the old-fashioned way. They might be a little bit set in their ways. It's quite hard to explain, but they just like to do things in a particular way and they don't like to try out new things, right? It's more so like, I've always done it this way, why would I change it now? That's the type of energy that we're seeing here. This is also someone that's in general just quite traditional. But on the other side, we have the Moon, and the Moon is quite elusive, quite secretive. So I think that this person is someone that doesn't really show a lot of themselves. They might, they might keep to themselves or just not fully show how they're feeling. Like they might pretend that they don't really care. They're not really interested, just trying to, I don't know. I also get quite a sensual energy from this Moon card. And I think that this Moon person is probably a feminine energy. I'm getting that sensual, feminine kind of energy from this Moon card. For the Hierophant, I am getting more of a masculine energy. Of course, it could be flip-flop. That's totally all right. But this Hierophant person does look more of a corporate kind of person, right? A corporate guy, someone that's working a 9 to 5, just doing their own thing, trying to take care of the family, take care of themselves. I think that they are quite physically active as well. Like they might be into bodybuilding or something like that. Might not be for everybody, by the way, but I do see someone that's quite fit, strong-headed, confident, yeah, strong-willed, especially that. For the moon person, this person might also be quite athletic. They might have like a very fit or toned body. They don't have to be, but I do think that they're very in touch with their sensuality, and just with their femininity in general. Like they might also be into divination or stuff like that with this moon card being here. So those are the two energies that I'm seeing here. So if this sounds like you, let's continue with the reading and see where this connection is headed. Okay. So I want to start out with a few oracle decks to get some more information. Okay. So we already have 3 cards. We'll just take them. So the cards that we have are Gula with healing, number 19. We also have Morrigan, number 38, with death and magic. So maybe some of you might be witches. And that's definitely not a bad thing, because a light worker and a witch are kind of the same thing. Don't be afraid of the term witch. I do think that a lot of people are taught to be scared of magic, of power, but I actually think it's a good thing if you're using it for the right things, right? We also have the number 27, Kuan Yin, with compassion. So this talks about the future of this connection, right? So maybe that's why we have the moon here, that this person is quite into manifestation, quite into magic, and they might be trying to get this Hierophant more stubborn, more very grounded, conservative energy, maybe to draw them in, right? And that's definitely not a bad thing. Don't worry. I could see myself doing that as well. But for your future of this connection, with the death and magic part here, I think that this card just indicates that like manifestation spells, anything like that, that witchy element might still be present in your connection for a very long time. I think that maybe this person is going to deepen their practices, maybe also show a little bit of it to their partner, and that you'll grow towards that together. The Hierophant can also talk about like the church or any structure like that. So it might be that this person is very heavily into like faith, religion. So maybe you'll have an effect on each other in that way, that you'll be able to like talk about what your religion is like and what your spirituality is like and find a middle ground, something like that. But we also have compassion and healing. So I do think that you'll hold a lot of compassion for the other person's viewpoints. I think that in general, you are just a very different kind of people, but you do have a lot of respect for each other. And by having that compassion, you can definitely like heal a lot of wounds, heal some like very set beliefs that you hold about yourself or hold about people that are different or believe in something different than you believe in. So that's what we're seeing here with this healing. I think that you both will heal a lot of wounds from your past, right? So maybe this moon person does see themselves as a spiritual being, a spiritual person, and they're very into manifestation, or they're just a spiritual being trying to get more into their divination practices and so on. And they really don't like religion, right? Maybe they have had a part in a religion when they were younger, but it was very strict and it was very confining, and they broke free from that, right? And now they just see religion as something bad, as something that's like very closed off, not giving you any freedom at all, stuff like that. And by getting together with this Hierophant person, they'll show you that there is more freedom than you think, and people are not the way that you expected them to be. And I'm not sure, I'm having this whole rant here, and I don't know why. But yeah, I think that you get the point, that your mindset is going to open up. Your old beliefs that you held for a very long time are going to be able to dissipate because of this connection. Like, you're going to open up each other's minds, okay? But let's get some more information, because I have more decks to pick from. So let's see. So, Spirit, what is the future of this connection? Okay, that was a lot of energy. So here we go. The first card we have is freedom. So I think that's pretty cool, after I was talking about that restriction that some people think faith has, right? We also have blessings. So there are a lot of blessings coming in your connection. And the last one we have is solitude. So I must be honest, for some of you, I do feel like you are going to go your different ways, because we have freedom and solitude. So it might be like where you're both going your own course. You kind of decide together that you want to move forward separately. But with blessings, I do feel like you kind of recognize what a blessing this other person is in your life. And you really cherish the moments that you have and had together. For other people, it might not be that you'll separate. It might just be that you'll have a lot of time alone. Maybe the other person works a lot, and you just have a lot of time for yourself. You have a lot of time to reflect, to do what you like. It's especially with this freedom card, I do think that this is a relationship that you really give each other the freedom to follow whatever you like, to follow whatever you care about. Like, you're not holding each other back. If there is a difference in opinion, you're both in the right. You'll both let each other do whatever you want to do, even if you don't really like that. Like, there will be a conversation about it, and it'll just be like, okay, if that makes you happy, I'm all for it. I'll just do whatever I like in the meantime, right? So there is a lot of freedom. There is a lot of trust when it comes to this connection. I think there is a lot of open communication as well. So that's what I'm seeing. Now let's dig into the tarot, because I'd love to get some more information. So, Spirit, what is the future of this connection? Okay, so the first one we have is the Four of Cups. There we go. So it's like there is something that you're not seeing, or there will be something that you're missing. Like something you're not, yeah. Like there is an opportunity that you're not seeing. And I think that we've already talked about that for a little bit. But let's take a look at the other cards first, because I'm moving ahead of myself. We also have the Hanged Man. Yeah, this is exactly what I was picking up on. But let's continue with the cards first. Oh, why do I want to move that fast? We also have Justice. And we have the Knight of Swords. So yeah, I do think that there is someone in this connection that really wants to be free-spirited with this Knight of Swords. It might be that this person is just very passionate and they love to follow their passion. They don't like to be bound to anybody or anything. And I think it's probably this Moon person, to be honest. The last card we have is the Sun. There we go. So the Sun at the end of the reading is really, really positive. The sun talks about happiness, about blessings, about having a beautiful life, right? So I feel like you will definitely get what you want. Whether you are someone that wants freedom or someone that really wants this connection, right? So let's just start at the front, right, with the Four of Cups. And I'm noticing a lot of birds in this reading. We also have that horse here. So yeah, a lot of birds. So again, that idea of freedom, of, yeah, being able to go wherever you want to go. But let's talk about the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is a card that talks about you not seeing something, right? So there is an offer coming in that you're not seeing. And I think that this talks about this connection. Like there is something in this connection that can bring you a lot of healing. There is an aspect to this connection that can really give you something, but you're not really noticing that at this time. Maybe you're just really enjoying this companionship, but there are also a lot of lessons and a lot of healing that comes from this connection, and you haven't really noticed that yet. With the Hanged Man here, I think that this person is really able to change your perspective on things, like we already talked about. Like I said, with that faith, that, for example, some people believe that like witchcraft is from the devil, or manifesting things is the same as like the devil's work, right? I think that you can teach each other that it's not that straightforward, right? That religion isn't always bad, that manifestation, that spell work isn't always of the devil, right? That's literally what I'm hearing, so that's why I'm repeating that. But I think that you can really change each other's perspective on a lot of different things. I think that you are quite different, and it really balances each other out, right? Also with justice, justice usually shows us those two scales balancing, right? Scales being in the balance. So again, we get that same energy, that you're balancing each other out, and also you get what you deserve, you get what's fair. And with the Knight of Swords, it's a very fast energy. This is an energy of someone charging or something charging quite quickly. And it's charging towards the sun. So with this Justice card, I also get this kind of the energy of a cage fight, and that they'll say like, now fight, right? And I think that it's more a visual of now it's time to make it work, right? So, okay, there were a lot of things that you might disagree on. There were a lot of viewpoints that you weren't seeing. But once you do see that and your perspective changes, like you get the green lights to move into a very bright future together. We also have a lot of major arcanas in your future cards. So I also think that this is going to be quite a significant connection in your life. And as we see with the blessings and the sun, that there is a lot of positivity ahead of you. There are a lot of good things to be happy about in your future, okay? And I think that you are really charging towards that at this time. Once you get over the differences between the two of you and realize that there is more common ground than you think, to be honest. Like I said, if it is about religion and about spirituality, there is more common ground than you think. It might be about something completely different, by the way, but there is more common ground than you think. I think that's the main message that Spirit wants you to hear right now. Okay? But yeah, very bright future coming your way. So let's continue with some more oracle cards. I am using this Wikipedia deck. So yes, here comes more magic. These are spells. I just thought they were fun to add in. Maybe they'll give us some information about your connection as well. But let's see what pops up. So, Spirit, can we get some spells for pile 3, please? Do you have any spells for pile 3? That one wanted to come out. The topic of that card is pets and nature. Let's get 1 or 2 more. Spirit, can we get some more spells, please? Okay. I'll take this top one, and I'll take this top one. There we go. So let's take a look at your cards. So we were talking about this card being pets and nature. And it says heal the earth. And this card talks about using crystals to help nature heal. So I think that this talks about more than just nature. I think that just using crystals might be very effective in your daily practice or in your practices in general. You might want to put one under your pillow as you sleep. You might want to carry one with you whenever you go somewhere for protection, for example, or just to stay in your own energy, right? So yeah, using crystals might be very helpful for you guys. The next one we have says healing. This is a Dutch deck, but I think it's written like almost the same. There we go. And it says healing spell with a little puppet. Let me read what it's about. Okay, so with some spells, they use little puppets to help with the magic. And this puppet might be made out of wool, carrots, wax, potatoes, or fabric, or paper. So yeah, I do think that there might be some advanced witches or advanced spell persons in this pile. You might want to work with a puppet. Maybe to manifest this person, right? You might want to make them out of wax or paper or anything like that. And for the people that are a little frightened with these messages, it's not like we're using it to hurt anybody, right? As long as your spell's intention... Okay, those were my dogs. I'm sorry. One was annoying the other one. But as long as the intention is pure, the intention is love, there is nothing wrong with magic. There's nothing wrong with manifestation. There's nothing wrong with asking for what you want, manifesting what you want, okay? Let's take a look at the last one of these spells, and it says protection. And this talks about lifting a curse. By the way, you guys definitely get the most witchy kind of spells, to be honest. So that really amazes me because I've never even seen these cards. But this talks about lifting a spell. And they are using black salt, black onyx, and a white candle. So if you have a lot of bad luck or you're feeling down, it might be that someone actually cursed you. And you might want to lift that curse. So again, this might not be for everybody. Don't be afraid. But you might want to lift a curse because someone might have put one on you. If you feel like you're cursed, this one might be for you, okay? But don't be afraid. You will know this. I think that you will feel that there is something going on if you have that card. Or if you are actually cursed. I think just going to someone that could take care of that, or reading online how you can lift curses or just clear your own energy. Ask spirit to help you clear out your energy or send any energy back to the sender. They will definitely, your guides will help you out, clear that energy in an instant, okay? So don't worry. Now let's get some love cards. So this is a lover's oracle. I just wanted one or two messages to end off this reading. So Spirit, can we get a few cards for pile 3, please? They are quite hard to shuffle, as you can see, but I don't think that matters, right? They're cute. So let's take a look at your cards. So this is the first one. We have, I think, Adam and Eve and a snake. So again, that energy that there might be someone trying to sabotage you, but don't worry, you will know if that's the case. We have power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. So yeah, you have the power to change anything that you want to change, right? So if you do feel like you have a curse put on you, you have the power to release that, to set yourself free and to send it back to sender, okay? We also have this card. What a beautiful card. Lots of blue and trees, growth. We have wait. Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. So there might be a need to wait. There might be a need to pause. There might be a need to not push forward and let it happen the way it's supposed to happen, to go with the flow. We also have that energy with the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man could also be the energy of a standstill, of a wait. So maybe there is something that's causing you to need to wait. You're waiting for that green light that I was talking about. And this has to be dissolved first before things can happen. Okay? Maybe that's why this Morrigan was here as well. There is something that you have the power over that's holding you back, but you might have been unaware of it, okay? So I hope that made sense. It's a very special reading. I've never had a reading like this. I hope it resonated. I hope that you're not afraid. I hope that you still know that you have the power to change whatever this is, and that you will have like these blessings and happy times ahead of you, even if there is something going on at this time, okay? But yeah, that brings me to the end of the reading, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Bye, guys. Hello, my lovely pal number 4. If you picked the Lepidolite, this is going to be your reading. So I'm gonna start out with an energy check to make sure that you're actually in the right pile. So one of these two people should sound like you. One should sound like your partner. But if you're not quite sure, if at least you hear yourself in one of these two, you're probably in the right pile. If not, you might want to check out a different one. But let's take a look at the cards, shall we? So the energy of the connection is the number 30 with sexual freedom. So the current energy of this connection is sexual freedom. Now, for the people in this connection, we have the peacock with the 6 of wands. There we go. So this being a wands energy, this might indicate that this person might be a fire sign, but they don't have to be. And for the other person in the connection, we have the 6 of pentacles. So this person might be an earth sign, but they, once again, don't have to be. I'm sorry for the burp. Okay, but let's talk about these cards. So with the energy of this connection being sexual freedom, I feel like at this moment, it's like a very non-committal energy, or you have like an open kind of relationship that you are really committed to each other, but there is like sexual freedom when it comes to other people, right? Like there might be a distinct difference between like having a loving and intimate connection between the two of you, but at the same time being quite free to have intercourse with other people as long as there is no feelings attached. So that's what I'm getting with this sexual freedom. It might just be that your connection is not at the level of like a fully committed connection, or the both of you are just very free when it comes to sexual relationships, as long as, or maybe you are a couple that is into like having multiple partners or anything like that. I think that that's this kind of pile that we're talking about, okay? But if you feel like you're someone that only wants to have one partner and you found yourself in this pile, like I said, it's probably that your connection is still at the maybe friends with benefits phase, or at the phase that you're dating, but it's not fully committed yet. That's totally fine as well. Then you're probably still in the right pile. But for the people here, we have the Six of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. And I want to talk about this Six of Wands person first. The Six of Wands talks about victory, about like kind of being a showstopper, someone that has achieved a lot, or they naturally catch the attention of a lot of people. And especially because this is a Wands type of energy, this is probably someone that's quite, what's it called? Like they don't mind being in the spotlight. They grab a lot of attention. They might have a very specific look that draws a lot of people in. Maybe they're just really pretty. Or they are very accomplished and they just naturally have people admire them. I think that's the kind of person this Six of Wands person is. But on the other side, we have the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles talks about give and take. Again, a very balanced energy. Sixes are very balanced. I think that this is someone that's like very good at helping other people. Maybe they work in healthcare. They might have a job in nursing, for example, or they just love to help other people, take care of other people. Could be in any other profession, of course, as well. But this is definitely someone that cares a lot about other people. I think that they would even give away money, even if they needed it themselves, but just to help someone else because they feel like that other person needed it more than they do. So yeah, a very generous person, very caring, very loving, beautiful energy, by the way. I do think that they might need to be careful not to give everything away and to be able to provide for themselves as well. But this Six of Wands person, like I also hear the word cocky, so they might get a little cocky every now and then. I think that they know they naturally draw a lot of attention and that they look great. Maybe they're quite athletic. I'm not sure. But yeah, they catch a lot of eyes, right? And I think that they sometimes might feel like they are above it all, so to say. So yeah, that's the energy that we're dealing with. Now let's take a look at some oracle cards to see what the future of this connection is. So we're starting out with some oracle cards and then we're getting into the tarot and ending it off with some more oracle cards. So let's take a look at the first few cards to see where this connection is headed or what the future of this connection is. So, Spirit, what is the future of this connection? There we go. So we have two cards. The first one we have is Mnemosyne with the past. Let me show you. There we go. Number 37. So the number 30 and 37 might be significant. And we also have the number 44 with flow. and Rhea. Let's get some oracle cards from a different deck first, and then we'll talk about the cards. So, Spirit, what is the future of this connection? What is... Okay. Let's take a look at the cards. So, clearly we have happiness. Very positive card to get in a reading like this. And we also have embracing. And I think it's quite interesting that we have embracing and flow next to each other. We also have a stork. So to me, that indicates that there might be children involved, or there might be children in your future. But let's talk about these cards, okay? So we'll start with the past and flow. So with the past being here, I feel like it's very important to let go of things that happened in the past. I feel like it's all about how you see things that'll change the course of action. So expecting someone to do the same things just because they did so in the past could be like a little bit of an unhealthy behavior, causing them to get frustrated, or like expecting the worst might not be very helpful when it comes to this connection. And I think with flow, it's all about going with the waves, right? Going with whatever happens, and fully trusting the timing of things, and trusting that everything happens for a reason and things are gonna turn out in your best interest, whatever happens, right? We have happiness here. So trust that everything is happening for the better. Even if at times you feel insecure, or because I feel for a lot of you, you're probably going to be the Six of Pentacles person, and you're dealing with this Six of Wands person. And I think that this Six of Wands person, it seems like they could be like, I don't want to say it, but they could be like a player or something. Like, this seems like someone that could have like a lot of love interests, right? So I feel like it's very important to like trust that you're a great person, that you deserve the best, that you're a great catch yourself, and that things will go however they go, and that in the end, you will be happy, whether this is happiness with this person or happiness with somebody else, right? You will find your soulmate. We have these two different dolphins that look exactly the same, right? But I feel like it's very important for you to go with the flow, to trust the timing of whatever is happening, and embracing this person exactly as they are. Don't try to change them. Don't try to force them into anything. I think that that's something that's very important. I think, like we said, I feel like the Six of Pentacles is more of someone that wants stability in life. I think that the Six of Wands is more like a thrill seeker, a player for some. But it's like trying to contain them, trying to force them into a committed connection is gonna attract the opposite, right? So it's very important to go with the flow and embrace this person for who they are and have no expectations. You should kind of expect, I know I said like don't think too much about that they will always be the same way. They're never going to change. I feel like that's what you're feeling about them for a lot of you, but it's very important for you to be okay with the fact that they might never change, but at the same time, you'll have to have trust in that they will change if they want to, right? So love them for who they are now, and don't try to change them. But if they change, like, You can still encourage them, right? But they'll have to do it by themselves. It's going to be a natural process. You'll have to trust whatever is happening. I think just forcing them is going to cause the opposite effect. Yeah. Wait a minute. My dog is trying to eat something. Be right back. Okay. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing. It's like this person is kind of, I'm doing whatever I want. I don't want to be committed for now. Maybe that'll change in the future. Maybe it will not. But I think that you should do whatever you want to do regardless of whether they're going to change or not, right? I think that it's very important to stick to what you want to do and not let them influence you too much, right? This one is a hard read for me. I think it's because I feel like I'm not giving you the answers that you want to get, but this is just what I'm seeing and I'm trying to be as honest as possible, okay? But let's get into the tarot to get some more information. Maybe that'll bring us some clarity. 7 of Cups. Yeah, okay. So let's get all the cards before I start talking. We also have the Lovers. Let's continue. We have the 9 of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and the 8 of Swords. Yeah, okay. There we go. So let's talk about these cards. So with the 7 of Cups, it shows us that there are a lot of possibilities. Maybe you have a lot of options or they have a lot of options, or in general, it's like there are so many ways that this could go with the 7 of Cups, and it's all about what you decide you want to do with it. The Lovers talks about a decision, making a decision. So it's like it's up to you to make things work or to decide to want something different with this Lovers card. The Lovers also could talk about soulmates. So if you really feel like this person is your soulmate and you want to go for that, go for it. Like, you know what's best for you and you should make that decision. You will know better than anybody else. Trust your intuition on that. With the 9 of Coins, the 9 of Pentacles, we can see that there is like financially a lot of wealth coming. So it might be that this 6 of Wands person has a lot of wealth. They have a lot of money. They could give you a lot of security. 6 of Pentacles person as well, by the way. So it could just be that the both of you have quite a stable life. Like financially, you're having a great life. And that will continue or that will grow. That's what I'm seeing. So maybe it is important to take into account what financially is going to work out for you as well. With the Ace of Swords, it shows us that you have all the answers. You have the clarity that you need to take action. But with the 8 of Swords here, it's like you are keeping yourself stuck. You're keeping yourself stuck in a situation. Your mind is holding you back. Your mind is holding you a prisoner. So, to be honest, I feel like you already know what you want. I think that for a lot of you, the situation that you're in is not something that you want. It's not something that you like. You feel stuck because you don't want to lose this person, but at the same time, you're not happy with how it's going. And I think that Spirit just wants to remind you that there are a lot of options for you. There is a lot more possible for you. So it's all about letting go and trusting that there is better on the way. Like you will find your soulmate with this happiness card. And it's time for you to embrace what you've known for a very long time. For others, if you really want to be with this person, and you're okay, with this sexual freedom, with this energy of you can do whatever you want. We're both free to do whatever we want. We all have a lot of options. We choose to love each other, but at the same time, we want this freedom. And we both like to have these options. That's totally fine as well. I think that could really work out as well, as long as you stay honest with each other. With this Ace of Swords, it's very important to stay honest and communicate well, because miscommunication or secrets or anything like that will cause you a lot of pain, and it'll hold you back. It'll make you feel stuck. It will make you feel unhappy. So yeah, honesty is key here, like communicating with each other, being upfront with what you want, being upfront with what you expect. I think that's the most important here. So I feel like if you want to make this work, it might be necessary to have like a very big conversation that you just tell this person everything that you feel, what you think, what your expectations are, and where you want this to go. Okay? So yeah, this was not really what I hoped for. I hoped this was going to be a happy pappy kind of message. Unfortunately, it does sound like it's not the best. We also have the 2 6s, and the number 6 usually tells us that there is a need for adjustments. There is a need for change. So again, that same energy of like something's not quite right, but it will be in the future. Okay? But let's continue with the next deck. So I have a deck full of spells. We have Halloween coming up, so I wanted to do a little bit more of a Halloween-y, witchy kind of reading. So let's see what spells come up for you. I just thought they might be a fun addition. So maybe they are significant. Maybe it's something that you might want to ignore, right? Just take what you want, right? Okay, so we already have 2. Let's get one more. Spirit, can we please get one more spell card for pile 4, please? But yeah, we also have the Lepidolite card. Just wanted to add that. And Lepidolite is all about caring, about being kind to yourself, loving yourself, nurturing yourself. So that's very similar to this 6 of Pentacles energy. Like, it might be like utterly necessary to take proper care of yourself, start choosing yourself, and not let someone take away from you because you look up to them. I know this is a rough reading, I'm sorry. But let's continue with these spells. So the first one talks about money and career. So let's see what it says. So it says to help a company flourish. And it talks about a peridot crystal that will help you have financial success in a company. So it might be that you want to start your own company, or you might want to, or you already have your own company and you're trying to make it work. A peridot crystal might be something that might help you out. Like I said, these can be quite random. Just take them if they resonate. Now, the next one we have says spirituality, and it talks about an angel meditation. And it says a lot of people want to hear from their angels or talk with a specific angel because angels form a direct connection between this world and the heavens. Let's see. So angel meditations usually focus on thankfulness and an ask for help or protection for yourself or loved ones. So you might want to do an angel meditation. You might want to actively connect to a specific angel or angels in general. And the last one talks about family. And this one says fertility. And it says that basil, the herb, is famous for helping with fertility. So a spell for fertility might be significant. You might want to use basil in your cooking or just basil in general. There might be something about your fertility that's important to you. We already talked about this card here with the stork on it. Something with a baby, something with fertility. Maybe you already have a child with this person that's kind of keeping you in this connection, although you might not be feeling quite happy. But yeah, something about fertility. Maybe you just want to improve your own fertility by eating more basil. I don't know. Take it as it resonates. And let's just end off this reading with some Lovers Oracle cards. So these are the cards. They are quite hard to shuffle and they get messy quite easily. But let's see what messages it has for you. So, Spirit, what messages do you have for pile 4? Okay, so we have 1 on the table and 3 on the floor. Let me grab them. But I will shuffle them again because I want 1 more, not 3 more. So, Spirit, can we get 1 more message for pile 4? There we go. So we're taking that one. So let's read what they say. This is the first one. It says surrender. At times, we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go, and all will work out. So we did have embracing and flow as well. So it's very important that you do what's best for you. You go with the flow and you trust that everything will work out. Whether it is with this person or it's with someone else, because we do see you being very happy in the end. So there is no need to worry at all, okay? Things will turn out great for you. Trust that. Spirit has your back. The next card we have is this one. And it says romance. Cupid's arrow strikes. So love is in the air, or love will be in the air soon. So this might indicate that although it's not committal at this time, once this arrow really strikes, things might turn around. Like from all their options, they will choose you. That could definitely be the case. For others, once you decide to let go of this connection, you will have a new chance at romance. So you will know what message is best for you. I'm not saying that you're doomed, your connection is doomed. But it's very important for you to just not expect a specific thing. It's just important to learn to let go a little bit and trust that whatever is best for you will come in, right? Whether this is a connection of a lifetime and this person is going to commit fully to you, or this person decides or you decide that this is not what you want anymore and you want to move forward. Okay, so this is a very mixed bag reading for you guys. So I hope you'll be able to pick out the messages that are for you and the messages that you'll just let fly. Okay. But thank you so much for watching. I truly hope it resonated and I hope that you'll have a great day. Bye guys.